very American.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Orlando Bilal Jr., but you may call me Lando. And did you hear? Did you hear? The new Kingsman movie came out. And I saw it over the weekend. Yes, I did. I most certainly did. What were my thoughts on the film? What happened? How was it? Was it good? Was it bad? Did you see it? Maybe you did, but what did I think of it? Now that's a good question to ask. Obviously, Matthew Vaughn, the director of this film, also director of Kick-Ass, as well as Stardust. You ever heard of that film? No? You should. It's a good film. Not bad. Taron Egerton. I think I said his name right. Mark Strong. And of course, Colin Firth is back. Now, if you didn't see the trailers, you should have, because he's back in this film. Why he came back, how he came back, I'd rather not say. You just have to see for yourself if you plan on watching it. But don't watch it yet until I tell you what I thought first. Don't yet. Not yet. This is a whole new story, a whole new spectrum, a whole new idea. The Kingsmen are in jeopardy, more so than they've ever been. It's not a training session, but it's definitely a new mission. Julianne Moore is in this film, and she's playing the main villain. Not Samuel Jackson this time. This time we have, instead of a black man, we have a white lady, also American. And she is now the new villain, and she's starting her own little reign of terror. She's pretty much a drug cartel, and I almost think that she's like the drug cartel, like the Omni cartel of all cartels, because what happens in this movie almost seems like she's the one responsible for it, but it seems as though you look at it and you're going, she's the one that made all this happen? Like, people went to her for her drugs? I mean, they didn't go to another guy. I guess that guy they go to her? I don't know. I'm not sure. She's deciding to pull everything together and start her little reign of terror. With that happening, she, I guess, felt compromised by the Kingsmen, that she ended up pretty much destroying them, and those who survived are now trying to find another way to help out. So they go to, guess where? The States, where they encounter a group of people called the Statesmen. Not going to go too much detail into it, but there you meet Channing Tatum, you meet Halle Berry, and you meet Jeff Bridges. They're all a part of this whole crew, and there's another person in the film, Pedro Pascal. I think that's his name. I've never really seen him in any films before. I know he was in Game of Thrones, and I've never seen Game of Thrones before. I didn't say it out loud, so you didn't hear it. These people are gathering and are pretty much a cousin association to the Kingsmen, and they are willing to help out and see what's going on. Now, that's what kind of gripes me a little bit. Not that they aren't helping, but that they aren't helping. In reality, if you look at it, Channing Tatum, all the other American actors aren't really doing a lot in this movie. They're not doing a lot of action. They're not doing a lot of things in this film. More so the Kingsmen are, more than anything. And that's feels a little like feels a little bit of a letdown. You know, given Halle Berry, of all the three, well, no, even Jeff Bridges, both of them just felt, all three of them just feel so sadly useless. They didn't really do a lot in this film to really contribute to the mission. It seems like it was more Kingsman than anything else. And for a villain to be an American, you would think the Americans would save the day. But no! It is the British that will help out. We Americans are gonna sit back here like we are, since we are pretty lazy, and we're just gonna let you guys go mosey on and do your thing. That's right. No, don't ask for us. Don't ask for us. We'll be okay. Oh, this is the life. It's nice to see the action scenes and still show the fun and joy that this movie has provided from the last film. It still has that authenticity, if you will. I think that's the best word I'm gonna come up with at this moment. I don't have a script, so I'm going to think off the top of my head. Deal with it. I like the fact that, just like in the first film, it leaves you feeling mysterious and wondering what's going on, what's happening, why is all this coming together, and what's the big deal, what's the big vision of it all. It did pretty well. As stated, going back to Julianne Moore as the villain, she had good intentions with what she wanted to do, just like Samuel Jackson's character. He had good intentions even though he was the villain. The same thing goes for her. Also, an appearance by Elton John's in this film too. Elton John is in this movie, and man, does he love saying the word f***. I've never heard Elton John say f***. more times than anything. In fact, I never really hear him say all the time. He just kept saying all the time that he what. There's gonna be a lot of beeping in that one. Despite the enjoyment and all the fast-paced action that you see in that film, yeah, there are, you know, some moments you're just like, why are they doing this? Like, there's a really cool chase scene in the beginning of the movie, but there's a scene where it's paused for 1 second where the good guy, the hero, is trying to get away, and the bad guys are almost just like staring there, just like, he's moving. He's moving. We'll wait here. We'll wait here. And I'm looking at the film going, go after him. He's right there. You just gotta let him get away, huh? You're just gonna let him get away? They're let him get away. They're just gonna stand there and let him get away. What the hell's wrong with these people? I do believe that the first film is probably just a teensy bit better. But don't get me wrong, this second one is actually not too bad. And they do their part. They do their part. The chemistry is still pretty decent, but I wish there was just so much more to the American actors instead of just putting them there and just, you know, showing that they're there. Oh, we're statesmen. Good. What do? We just sit around and do nothing. And we've done a good job doing it. There's still some class to those guys. To the statesmen, they have just as much class as the Kingsmen do. But there is a difference. The Kingsmen have their manners in a very British sort of way. And the Americans, or the statesmen, have their manners in a very American sort of way. The British are more like, good sir, manners are important. Meanwhile, American is more like, now you go and sit down, son. Now you listen to what they say. Now show your manners, boy. That's right. I think is the main point of it all. They wouldn't be statesmen or kingsmen if they didn't have manners, I guess. But again, lack of certain character use and actor use and a few other things here and there that just left me in question. Despite its creativity, despite the mystery and leaving you wondering what's happening, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would have to give this film, unfortunately, I was going to give it an 8, but as I thought about it, I'm going to have to give it a 7. It's a fun film. I would recommend it, don't get me wrong, but it's got some lacks, and it's not as creative with the characters. Maybe there's too many actors going on in the film, maybe, I don't know. But I think it could have been a lot better. But it definitely wasn't a lot worse. So I would recommend checking it out and see for yourself. I know critics didn't give it a good review and IMDb is giving it an okay review, but many audiences seem to like the film. Did I like it? Yeah, I liked it. I just wish it was a little bit more, like I said, better. I hope you liked this review. I hope you liked what you saw. I know I'm wearing a little polo shirt, you know, because I guess Kingsman? Guys, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for checking out this channel. If you haven't done so, go ahead and subscribe to this channel for more content. And if you like this video, go ahead and like it. And leave a comment of what you thought of the film yourself, or what you thought of this video. Who knows? Leave a comment. Whatever you like, it's cool, it's great. I love it. I read your comments, guys. That's the truth. I do read your comments. Even though I don't respond, even though I may not like, I do read them. So thank you, everyone, for contributing. Thank you so much for your support. This really means a lot to me. And of course, if you haven't seen me, I'm on Facebook. Go ahead and follow me there as well. Otherwise, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys check out that movie itself. Kingsman: The Full Circle is out there. And as always, rock on.